Well, Texas is now becoming the first state to defy President Biden's order that flags be lowered to half-staff for 30 days to honor the late President Jimmy Carter. Governor Greg Abbott now ordering flags to be flown at full staff on Inauguration Day. Abbott said this. He said, quote, "While we honor the service of a former president, we must also celebrate the service of an incoming president and the bright future ahead for the United States of America." Joining me now, I have Congressman Pete Sessions, Republican from Texas. Congressman, thanks for joining me, sir.
Markie, thank you very much. What a beautiful day it is, and you young girls from Texas know how lucky we are to be facing yet the greatest days for America that lie ahead.
Let me ask you, sir, where you stand on this issue. I mean, is this Abbott's kind of one last jab at Biden before he leaves office?
You know, Markie, I think not. In fact, the raising of the flag during an inaugural period of when it coincided with the death of a former president is really not new to our country. This happened in 1973 when President Nixon, while he honored former President Lyndon Johnson, our men who were POWs were released in Hanoi, and he wanted the flag to be raised to its highest point in honor of them, even during this period of time that the President Johnson was being honored, a fellow Texan. And so it really says a statement about America's pride of authorship. And all we're simply saying, and I'm a co-sponsor of the bill, is that we believe, and it will not be passed between now and the time that the inaugural takes place in a week. But we said on that day, no matter who is president, Republican or Democrat, raise the flag to its highest point in honor because the world is looking at us. What Governor Abbott did was his business. But our business is here in the United States Capitol as federal national law, and we believe on that day the flag should hide at its greatest height.
So you would have flown it full staff had Kamala Harris just won the election?
The point is, I don't know who's going to win in the future. I don't think anybody has that idea. But on the day of the inauguration, even when a former president dies, and it's during that 30 days that we honor that president, on that one day, just as President Nixon honored the POWs, it would be flown at its highest point because the world is looking to America, and that should be a day when America stands out. So, yes, I would say no matter who it is, the point is that on that day, America is at its best and the world's watching. So that's what I think, Mark.
Now, earlier this month, Congressman, because of course President-elect Donald Trump, sounded off about this. He claimed that Democrats were giddy over the flags being at half-staff for his inauguration, saying, I think we have this full screen too of what he wrote. Yeah, here it is on Truth Social. He went on to say they think it's so great and are so happy about it because in actuality, they don't love our country. They only think about themselves. Sir, is that what's really happening here, or is it just that election came within a month of losing one of the most beloved presidents of our time?
Well, in fact, I did not know what President Trump had written, but I would say this, that it is the distinction of America that we honor our former presidents, and to raise or lower that flag in this case in honor of them the day they become president and the 30 days after they have passed on is a distinct honor that we owe to every single American president. And so no matter who it is in 4 years, it is my hope that on that day, no matter the circumstance, we raise that in honor of that person. And then upon their demise, that we would lower that for 30 days. But the one day intervening, I believe, is appropriate.
Yeah. Congressman, I have to end it there, but Congressman Pete Sessions, always appreciate your time, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.